Hello, hello, hello. This is Cyborg,
And Bumblebee.
and today we are going to be talking about
Absolute Superman issue number 6.
so this one picks off where the last one left off, of course, picks up where the last one left off with Superman traveling back home to Kansas. But we cut to the past where he crashed down. Well, before he crashed, let me back up a little bit.
We get they tell us what happened after all the people split up from the ship from Krypton, and all the ship that his parents had built, and the ship kind of dispersed. We
Correct.
kind of see what happened to him after that. So he's traveling in deep space in his little ship,
Right.
while the ship is scanning all the planets that they're passing. Yeah, the ship is scanning all the planets that they're passing, trying to find a planet that would be hospitable for life.
And currently, they ain't find nothing.
It took a while.
It took a long while. Like, the ship had to go very close to the sun just to find Earth.
17 months, 14 days before the ship found Earth.
God dang.
Is what it says.
That's a lot.
So he was cooped up in that ship for
too long.
What, a year? Almost a year and a half?
Yeah.
Before the ship located Earth and found that it was hospitable, and the ship kind of crashed. And where did it crash? It crashed in Smallville, Kansas.
Could have been plenty of other places, but nah, Kansas.
And whose farm did he land on?
The Kents.
The Kents' farm. They were having some trouble. Lazarus was preventing rain from happening, so their crops were kind of drying out, and they were asking if they needed a miracle, and a miracle fell from the sky.
That is correct. It probably wasn't exactly what they wanted, but they got what they needed. Because I'm gonna be honest, when he emerged from his ship, it looked like he had wings.
I think that's the ship being absorbed into him. I think that's what. Yeah,
it was just weird.
Because Miss Martha Kent was like, his ship like disappeared. It's like he absorbed it.
It looks cool, but it also looks a little terrifying.
And Miss Martha Kent saw this little boy and decided to keep him, and nurse him back to health.
But Pop Kent, he wasn't too keen on that. Not first, at least.
It grew on him. It definitely grew on him.
Yeah.
But at first he was like, nah. We don't know this kid.
I would be saying the same thing too. Like, come on now. How would you expect me to watch somebody else's child who, for one, mind you, came from outer space and his ship crash landed into our yard?
And to be fair, he was on fire.
But there's no mark on him.
Exactly. But Martha saw an opportunity and was like, I'm a nurse in the health. And she takes him in. He's in the house. He's sleeping. Also, side note, before they crashed a little bit, his body kind of was reacting to being under the yellow sun, which we know in Superman lore, the yellow sun is what gives him his powers.
Yeah.
So his body is
supercharged, let's say that.
Yes, his body is getting supercharged. He pretty much described it as like his body being on fire.
Yeah. So anytime he opens his eyes, because he has no control over his powers just of yet.
Yeah, he
at his current state.
Yeah. He got his laser eyes. He's floating. He's
super strong, super fast.
yeah.
Like he quite literally went through the wall of the Kent's house.
But Martha's like, well, he's breaking the bed, and she's like, well, get a new one. She was very adamant about taking care of this boy.
Yeah, she really was. I can't say I would. I cannot say I would. You might be.
And then he finally wakes up from his rest.
Yeah.
And he's outside, and he's like, I can run really fast. I used to be the slowest kid on Krypton, but now look at me.
Yeah.
I'm zipping through cities and towns.
I'm super fast now.
And he's getting used to things. He's helping around the farm, picking up a tractor.
Yeah.
And they are both very thankful for him.
Which is good. Like
they both have a little monologue where they tell him thank you, and they weren't able to have any kids, so this is kind of, I guess, healing for them.
Yeah, which I'm not gonna lie, it kind of hurt to hear that.
And he's been helping them with the farm so that the farm doesn't go under, which is another thing that they've been worrying about.
Yeah, but there was some stuff going on for the reason why they couldn't get the farm going, and it was due to
the weather. Yeah, the weather controlling drones. So he's helping out around the house, and they're like, we know a farm boy when we know one, which his parents were farmers back on Krypton in the Redlands.
Not by choice.
So this is kind of not unusual to him.
Yeah. So after this whole time of him just being around them, his suit wakes up finally.
Yes, his suit finally powers back on after needing to get recharged,
and
recuperate.
He apologized for it.
And he is finally able to communicate with them because he's able to. The suit gave him the.
I guess the power to understand their language. I don't know what to it.
I don't know if the suit is helping him understand the language or if he's able to just like download languages into his brain.
That's still helping him understand the language.
True. But he's able to communicate with them and talk with them now.
Right.
And when the suit comes online, the suit's like, oh, I sense these drones. I took them out. And you see these drones dropping from the sky.
Yeah,
and then it starts raining.
You see lightning, and then it's just a downpour. It's like, what?
All this time.
It was them.
Mm-hmm.
So after all that has happened, I want to say probably about a few minutes later, you see them being swarmed by...
Someone called Lazarus and reported an immigration violation.
Mm-hmm.
And they get swarmed.
Like, bad.
By peacemakers. And they trying to take him in, but obviously he's not a normal strength person.
Yeah, you not gonna take him in that easily.
And the Kents plead with him, be like, just go. So he takes off.
Yeah.
And
he goes.
So starts his little trips around the world, helping out where he sees fit.
Yeah.
But he says, it was nothing like Kansas and what could have been, because that could have been his little, home away from home, but he didn't get to stay long.
Sadly.
But he stayed long enough to leave an impression.
True.
And to have an impression left on him.
Which is good. Don't get me wrong, but it would have been nice if he would have had those morals like he does in the original series.
Mm-hmm. And then we see that Miss Lois Lane is in Smallville. She's trying to meet with Miss Martha, who is in a nursing home, a senior living home. Not with Alzheimer's, but Probably because they think she's crazy. Because she's trying, telling people that she has a son and that he's, has these powers, but they think she's crazy, so they put her in a home. That's what I'm thinking, at least.
Okay, so I'll be honest. Yeah, it sounds very far fetched. You go from this lady who doesn't, and I'm sorry to say this for people who actually have that problem, can't really have kids, to her just saying, "Oh, I have a son."
I mean,
Yeah,
she got to mother him for how the short time he was there. But yes, she did not birth.
Oh, come on now.
She did not birth him. There was no formal adoption or anything. Technically, he doesn't have no ID or nothing. So he's a unknown person.
But not unwanted.
Yes.
But still, it's just one of those things where it's like, I understand why that thought process is there, but it's not good.
And then the final bit of the issue, we are in the Nevada desert at a Lazarus Corp Research and Development Center, and we see that Brainiac is talking with somebody. Or no, sorry, Brainiac is talking to somebody. He's there, and they are having a little meeting. And it turns out that that's somebody that he is talking to.
Ra's al Ghul.
Is Ra's al Ghul.
Yeah. I knew it. I didn't say nothing about it because I wasn't 100%, but I was still 99.9% sure it was him. Only because of Lazarus Pits.
Yeah.
And that's how, if you know, he stays immortal.
So Brainiac is, I guess, working under Ra's al Ghul?
I wouldn't say working under. I would say probably working with.
Also, yeah, true.
But I could be wrong. Now, I will say, this one, I enjoyed because it gave some backstory of what happened, how he get to Earth. Now, I will say I do have a slight theory because I do believe it's a very strong possibility that most of the other people are dead and gone, but there is also a possibility that there are some people who are still alive. I can't say yes or no to that because
I guess it depends. I don't know, because I feel like because he survived, I feel like there's a possibility, but also at the same time, it took the machine. It took a while to find a planet that was habitable.
Yeah.
Now I don't know. Maybe that was just the route that his ship took. Maybe the other routes had more opportunity. Or, I don't know.
No, I hear you. And it's a possibility. Don't get me wrong.
The ship was also saying that, they have... I'm thinking that the ships also have a limited supply of food. So potentially on if they weren't able to find another planet, they probably ran out of food. I'm thinking...
That's what it sounded like in there, because
now, like I said, I don't know how much was prepared on the ships to be able, maybe they were prepared to be on the ship for 5 years and they should be good. But I feel like there's a finite amount of protein and food that the ship would have had packed on it.
Right. Now, the ship did split up into multi-pieces after it got shot out the sky. So it's a possibility that it also split up the food rations.
I would hope so.
Now, my theory is that the little girl that Kal-El was talking to is still alive. and she is the last daughter of Krypton because he is the last son of Krypton.
I think that'd be cool to find out at some point. But again, we'll have to wait and see if that's true. Maybe that's a little teaser that they're going to keep on the back burner for a little bit.
Even if they give her her own like side story, I'll be fine with that. She don't have to be a part of the main.
But that would be cool if they did that, because then we
Most
can have
definitely.
Supergirl. Absolute Supergirl.
Yeah. So, you guys take care. I did enjoy this. I hope you guys will as well. And check out your local comic book stores. And if you can't,
check out the DC Infinite app.
And you will find exactly what you're looking for, if not more. You guys take care. Be safe. Peace.